Boy, have I got something special cooking up for you today. So today I'm going to be showing you how to cook steak Diane, sauteed potatoes, and my special baked asparagus. Stay tuned. Right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is take yourself some small red potatoes and go ahead and chop them in eighths. Then you want to add the potatoes to salted boiling water. And we're going to go ahead and let that boil for about 15 minutes. Okay, so while the potatoes are boiling, I go ahead and get some more of the ingredients ready for our sauteed potatoes, which include 2 large cloves of garlic and 2 sprigs of fresh rosemary. And go ahead and chop it once. So to check them, we just remove the lid and then run our knife to where they just barely some resistance. Potatoes done. Introduce them into the colander and just let them sit there and steam for a little while. And what this will do is help dry them out so they'll be nice and crisp when we introduce them back into the pan. 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil into the pan and about a tablespoon of butter. Now for this step you got to make sure your pan's nice and hot. Introduce our potatoes with the cut side down to start with. Next we're going to go ahead and introduce the rosemary. Rosemary's in. Garlic's in. Next we're going to go ahead and introduce another tablespoon of butter. This will help with the browning. See how you're starting to get that nice golden brown color to the potatoes? That's just what you're looking for. So now we go ahead and flip them on over to the other side, to the back of the potato. Now, it'll take about another 5 minutes or so to finish these off. Remember, it's important that you keep stirring the pan. And so there you have it. Nice, succulent, sauteed potatoes. And of course, that's a chip the whole family can enjoy. Very good. Now I love baked asparagus. And I go ahead and cut off about 2 to 3 inches on the bottom. Mince up about 4 cloves of garlic already peeled. Next I like to take the asparagus, throw in the 1 gallon baggie, grab your extra virgin olive oil, and saturate with oil. Place them on a cooking sheet or baking sheet. Then I go ahead and add some onions. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle with the garlic. We're going to salt pepper. Then we'll go ahead and introduce it into the oven with our little rack and bake it at 425 for 16 minutes. Chef says we want to turn these down and make them a little bit smaller in thickness than what they are, and normally you'd be doing this with a hammer, but we don't want to tear apart the meat, so we're going to go ahead and use a roller. Now, you want to season your meat, both sides. pepper. Now you want your pan to be really hot because you want to sear the meat. You want to lock in the flavor and also bring flavor to the outside of the meat. So make sure your pan is extremely hot, 45 seconds each side, no more.
And you can see we're kind of getting a bit of that brown flavor. Look at that. Another 45 seconds and we should be done.
Now the recipe called for shallots, but we don't have any shallots. I don't know if they're out of season this time of year or something, but I've been to 3 stores, could not find them. So we're just going to go ahead and use chopped onions. And also we're going to use button mushrooms for our sauce. Now the pan that you just used, you don't want to clean it. You want to keep the same flavor from the meat from when we were searing the meat. And these mushrooms are going to give it a nice, bold, robust flavor. Alright, mushrooms into the pan. Mushrooms into the pan. Go ahead and put the onions in there that we chopped up earlier. And we just want to soften up the vegetables. We don't really want to overcook them. We're going to go ahead and introduce about 2 tablespoons of butter. Add about 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. Cooking wine, we just go ahead and toss that in there. And you can see the color is really starting to get rich and bold, and the aromas are just incredible. Next we're going to add about 1 cup of heavy whipping cream to our sauce. And we're going to have ourselves a nice, rich, creamy sauce for our steak Diane. Now it's at this point we want to go ahead and reintroduce our steaks. Cover and we'll let this simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes. Meanwhile, our asparagus is about ready. Oh yeah, nice and sizzling good. And there you have it, folks. A wonderful steak Diane, made in my truck, Warren style. Hope you enjoyed the show. Oh. Who says you can't enjoy gourmet meals on your truck? With a little creativity, a little inspiration, and the right equipment, you can do anything you want on your truck. For more information on how to cook this steak, I'm going to put a link up there in the box to the website where I found it at. Until next time, bon appetit.